Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
Requisition clearance granted. How may I help you?
Sure, let's take a look.
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
You know the protocol, sir.
There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience.
I wish you could have known
I
Father
hope
as
I'll
we
prove a
have.
useful test subject for you, Doctor.
I have to admit, the third generation synths are really something.
Excuse me.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
After what I've been through, a checkup is probably a good idea.
I should think so. Who knows what you might have been exposed to up there? How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
Hi there.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum.
Operating at full capacity.
I'm heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the
Always
targeting
be
package
vigilant.
upgrades I asked for.
We have
Maybe
many
I should take
enemies.
some courses with me. You know, send the message.
Hey.
Report anything
Please don't.
suspicious to the SRB.
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time
Good to
as
see
well.
you.
You'll see.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments a little to get what you need.
Hey there.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
Excuse me, Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ao, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Pardon me, sir.
Confirmed. If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Terminal somewhere.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hey there.
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in 2 places at once. We haven't been able to crack that one yet.
Hey.
Have you seen my girls? I hope they're not getting into too much trouble.
That was productive. Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma emitters.
Doctor.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, a lot of us do that. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Hi, Doc.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures, and the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
You sound like my 5th grade math teacher. I hated that woman.
I doubt her rules were a matter of life and death. Fail to follow protocols in one of our labs, you could end up with a serious injury. Or worse. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
How big is this handbook?
Just a few thousand pages, but I like to think it's a brisk read. I certainly find it so. Take care, then.
Huh? I hope you and Father try to make up the time you've lost. Family is important.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Now, Alan, it could have been anything. It was probably just a glitch in the nervous system. The fine motor control software could
Good day.
If it were just a limb twitching.
So much research, so little time.
Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movement can only mean one thing. You just don't want to admit to yourself.
If you're about to launch into one of your passionate speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Hell, I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Renee, you know where to find the teleporter.
Now, just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that.
We're quite fortunate to have the synths to aid us.
The synths
Doctor.
just Father's legacy.
It's you.
They're
You're
his
finally
gift
with
to
us.
humanity.
I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity. And they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us, then?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Good to see you.
Hey there.
Mankind redefined. Catchy, isn't it?
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
In light of the recent events, we've been asked
Hey there.
to look
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm
Please.
new here.
Processing.
The Gen 3s are functioning just as designed.
SRB doesn't agree. Statistically, the Gen 3s have shown an increase in autonomic behavior.
All our divisions are important, but I tend to think of robotics as the first among equals.
Hi, Doc.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough, the culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What I've seen so far is pretty impressive.
It's just the beginning. Like I said, a momentous time.
Welcome. Please proceed directly to processing.
In light of recent events, we've been asked to take a look at the behavioral mapping in the Gem 3s.
I see. Another of Dr. Ao's manipulative power plays. Well, he's wrong. The Gen 3s are functioning just as designed.
SRB
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
have shown an increase in autonomic behavior, suggesting a malfunction in the latest models.
I assure you, Doctor, that is not a malfunction.
Father's work has been a real inspiration for me.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Nothing to report, sir.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
Hey, Doc.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
Looks like everything's running great. I'd say you're doing your job.
Hey, thanks. It's nice to be appreciated. Most people just take my work for granted. It's the kind of work that only gets noticed when something goes wrong, if you know what I mean. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust? Don't make excuses. You're clearly different.
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
After you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful. There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
If that's how you feel, why not leave?
Because we could do so much more. But no, everyone is obsessed with these damn synths. It's wasted potential. That's what it is. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
Greetings, sir.
I must be the luckiest synth in the Institute. As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example.
I think that's admirable.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear you say so. It was a real pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you're still taking everything in, so I'll let you get back to that.
Hi, mister.
Well, hello.
Watch out around here. If they catch you having fun, they make you do boring science. Whatever you think I didn't do it. Alice is a liar. Hi, mister.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Hi. Isn't it wonderful here?
Hey, pal.
Sometimes Quentin is really mean to me, but my mom says I have to be nice anyway.
Mankind redefined. It's catchy, isn't it?
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I guess I just wasn't ready to die yet.
Oh, that's understandable. The will to survive is the most basic human instinct. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm not on board with anything.
No? And yet here you are, poking around. One might find that suspicious. If you're not planning on staying, I'd recommend keeping your hands to yourself. Wouldn't want to give the impression you're up to something. And consider having another talk with Sean. He really is anxious to have you with us. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.